Newshimen, Sienchimen, Huanying, Daja, Daolai. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Automobili Lamborghini, Benvenuto. It is our pleasure to have you here with us today, to be here in Beijing, to celebrate this world premiere together. And who better to introduce a new Lamborghini than our Chairman and CEO, Stefan Winkelmann.
Buongiorno, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lamborghini. You know, last year was a very important year for Automobili Lamborghini because we had the introduction of the first PHEV, which is the Lamborghini Revuelto, which is in my bag, and it was also the celebration of our 60th anniversary. But even more important, it was an absolute record year in terms of profit, in terms of deliveries to customers, and also in terms of turnover. And I have to say that when we are speaking about our profits, we are reinvesting this money into the future of our company, and we are in front of the biggest investment of the history of Lamborghini. And today is the second step of our hybridization strategy, because we are presenting here next to me the Urus SA. So ladies and gentlemen, before I continue, have a look at this video.
Imagine if we were born with two hearts. How would life change? Would we be faster? Stronger than ever before? Would we be able to live two different lives? If we had two hearts, would we enjoy more? Strive for more. And maybe even love more. If we had a hybrid heart, would we be able to choose which heart beats and when? What would you do with two hearts? The new Lamborghini Urus SA. Dare to live more.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the new Urus SA. And the story of the Urus is something which is very close to my heart, very close to Lamborghini, because 12 years ago I had the honor and the privilege to present here in Beijing the concept car of the Urus. So something which is very special and unique, and that I have the opportunity to present this car here is really something special. So, but at that time, not everybody was believing in the success story of the Urus, but we proved them wrong. We accepted the challenge, and today the Urus SA, or the Urus in general, is the best seller ever in the history of Lamborghini. And when we give a briefing to our cars, it always has to be very easy to understand. So we say, whatever segment we are going to enter, it has to be the super sports car in the segment. And it has always to be better performing than the generation before, and it has to have less CO2 emissions. So this car is, in terms of power output, the best in the segment, with 800 horsepower, with an incredible top speed, and also with an incredible acceleration. But on top of that, we reduce the CO2 emissions by more than 80%, and we also have an electric range which is more than 60 kilometers. But to get more into the detail of the technical side of those cars, I asked our Chief Technical Officer, Ruben Moore, to come on stage and to give a deeper explanation. Thank you.
Thank you and good morning. It's really a pleasure and also a big honor to present you some details of our new Urus SE that is resetting the benchmark in performance but also in driving emotions. You know, Lamborghini is always not only about numbers but also about the heart, the two hearts, about emotions. So to achieve this target, we revised the car in a 360-degree approach. So new design, optimized suspension, a new drivetrain, and on top we have optimized the infotainment system with a wider screen and the latest connectivity services. But now let's take a look at the heart, at the two hearts of the car, the drivetrain and the architecture. So don't worry, the first good news is it's not one of these downsizing hybrids, it's a performance hybrid. Means we have still our very powerful V8 4-liter twin-turbo engine. And this time we have combined it on top with an electric motor between the engine and the gearbox that is able to deliver up to 192 CV. The battery itself is placed on the back of the car with a capacity of 25.9 kilowatt hours that is resulting in this electric range that Stefan Wickelmann already mentioned, more than 60 kilometers. But let's take a closer look at the power, because here on your left hand side you see clearly the power curve with a maximum value of 800 CV and the torque of 950 Newton meter. And even more important is, if you look at the curves, you see that both curves are in every ref region much above the previous model. And this clearly demonstrates the advantages of this latest state-of-the-art high-performance hybrid. However, the main game changer in this car regarding the driving experience, before I spoke about emotions, is that for the first time we have introduced a hang-on-based four-wheel drive concept combined with an electronically controlled limited slip rear differential. This gives us more degrees of freedom in the torque distribution, to the front, to the rear, but also to the left and the right. Now you might ask me the question, but what is the advantage for the driver? It's quite easy. The driver has one advantage. It's the next level of driving fun. Moreover, we have not only optimized the driving fun, we have optimized all the driving modes. So we have Strada, Sport, Corsa and so on. And for the first time we combine these driving modes with 4 electric modes. So we have EV, we have hybrid, recharge and performance. So that at the end of the day, the customer can really customize the driving experience based on his needs. So, but don't be scared about the complexity. You can also summarize all of these things in one single sentence. The Urus SE offers the most exciting driving experience in the history of the Urus. Now I hand over to my friend and design director Mitja that will explain you all the details of the design. Thank you, see you.
So thank you, Ruben. Design and performance are always going very close together at Lamborghini. So the Urus is a global success story for sure, also driven heavily by its design. It is a car that is still having unmatched proportions from the competition, and with the Urus we want to set the benchmark even higher. It is the following up of the successful presentation of the Revuelto. Last year we presented then also in Pebble Beach the Lanzador, showing the future of Lamborghini, and now the Urus SE is continuing our new design philosophy, essential and iconic. We wanted to create a car that is already beautiful today, even more beautiful. When you look at the front, you can see we have much more three-dimensional feeling. We have a floating hood, taking inspiration from the Revuelto hood. We have reduced here the shut lines. We have a larger front light. The light signature is taking the inspiration from the bull tail of our logo and is really significant. In the lower part you can see how design and performance is going very well together. The proportions are outstanding. We have 23-inch wheels. We have this slim DLO, a very low roofline, a very nice coupe shape. The rear
is really sexy looking, and you can see we took some inspiration on the Lamborghini Gallardo, introducing here this grille element that is incorporating the two Y-shaped taillights, and you know we have all a new arrangement of the design lines, everything moving in the lower position, creating what we say as a designer stance, you know, showing the wheels with this nice diffuser and the low positioned license plate. Lamborghini, of course, is also about driving. We are having one clear philosophy for the interior: feel like a pilot. Feel like a pilot means the lowest seat position in the segment. It is the best position of the driver to the steering wheel, a slim dashboard. We have iconic elements, the new arrangement of the Y shape that is holding the bigger screen, and you will feel when you drive this car, you will feel like a pilot and you will enjoy the driving. And then last but not least, Lamborghini for sure, we are about colors. We have created for the Urus a new orange, Arancho Egon, and we have here this very nice white, the Bianco Zafiros, and our customer just love the colors. They love to dress their Lamborghinis, and of course the Urus is the most, not only the most beautiful one, but the one that is having the most colors. We are offering more than 100 different colors, offering the maximum personalization to our customers. So this is the new car. It is ready for another success story. Thank you very much and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our press conference. Thank you very much for your attention. I would now like to ask the teams of Lamborghini China, of Lamborghini Asia Pacific, and of course of the headquarters of Automobile Lamborghini in Santa Agata Bolognese onto the stage for one team photo. Thank you very much.